Thank you so much for coming down. We wanted to have a little talk about different concerns we have at the moment about the ongoing challenge of these executive orders. My name is Joe Markley. I'm the state senator from Southington, representing the 16th district. I became involved in this issue thanks to Cathy. It was when the first proposal was made before the Human Services Committee, on which I'm ranking member, to move forward with the unionization of the PCAs. In learning about the issue, I felt that it was a mistake. The legislature took a good long look at it. We heard from many people who were concerned about the idea, and the legislature in the end, by not acting on it, rejected the proposal. The governor then decided, against the will of the legislature, to make this happen through executive orders, which I think are a usurpation of the power of the legislature and a constitutional problem.
My name is Cathy Ludlum, and I live in Manchester, and I've been an employer of personal assistants for the last 23 years. Can I even begin to tell you what my personal assistants mean to me? It's breaking my heart to know that the contact information of my personal assistants will soon be given to the SEIU. I have been working since 2009 to keep this from happening. Not because I don't want my assistants to get ahead in life, quite the contrary. But I have been fighting against this so long and so hard, precisely because all of my assistants have said to me over and over again that they don't want to be in a union. They don't see any way a union could possibly be helpful to them, and especially that they do not want representatives of the union contacting them, either in person or on the phone. This is going to affect a lot of people, and I have to really say it's a sad day for the right to privacy in Connecticut.
The personal care assistant definition that is contained within the executive order is extremely broad. And if you compare that with some of the definitions for various employment positions in many of the state agencies, it seems that almost anyone who works directly and in some cases indirectly with people with disabilities or retired persons could ultimately be part of their definition of PCAs and ultimately be in the union. In the case of PCAs, these people work directly for disabled individuals and not for the state of Connecticut. And somehow they're going to end up in a state employee union. It doesn't seem to make any sense to me whatsoever. Despite the individual issues about the executive orders and how everything's transpiring, there are many of us who feel that the governor did not have the authority to go forward with the executive orders to begin with.
To some extent, it's not too different in my mind from somebody saying I'm on Social Security and I hire somebody to cut my grass, and therefore do they become a state employee because I'm living on government money and I'm paying it to somebody.
These people are not state employees. They work for the individual that receives the benefit, but they are not receiving the benefit directly. So whether the governor should be able to release this information is certainly suspect in my mind. I think that there are many folks both in the daycare community and the PCA community that have no idea that they're about to be in a union. They have no idea whatsoever, and they're going to wake up one morning and through a very, very quick process with no legislative oversight, they're going to end up in a union when a very, very small minority of people in each of those industries actually voted in favor of a union and a specific union for that matter. Many of us that are in opposition to the executive orders and SEIU unionizing these two groups are not opposed to SEIU or the unions in general. I have no problem with that. The issue I have is that these people did not ask for this. You did not have an outcry from daycare providers, and you certainly didn't have an outcry from PCAs saying that they need protections and they need to be unionized in some shape or form. It never happened. To this day, it hasn't happened. The mere fact that this legislation ended up before the legislature in the last session and didn't go forward seems to me that it's proof that it was required to. For the governor to go ahead and to make it happen of his own accord via executive order should be a problem on its face.